Hey there, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, Aquarius Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. Today we are going to talk about the Moon Astrology for December 7th through the 13th. And the reason I like to really work with the Moon Astrology is because the moon is how we feel about things. And how we feel about things is pretty much our experience. So I really like to cover that. This video, though, is for your Sun, Moon, and Rising. So whatever resonates for you is excellent. So this week we are building toward that eclipse that's happening on the 14th of December. It is happening in Sagittarius and it's happening really close to the galactic center. So that means that the energy, the removing and releasing and letting go of debris in our lives that we started working with 2 weeks ago, well, maybe a week ago, with that new moon, with the full moon eclipse that we had in Gemini. This new moon eclipse that we're having is continuing that work of clearing space, but now we're going to plant that seed of intention, and we're going to plant that seed of intention at 23 degrees of Sagittarius, which is really close to the galactic center at 26 degrees. And so it's important and it's powerful and it has so much energy to change your life that I don't want you to miss this opportunity to make some of these changes, to clear the space and to get really clear on what it is that you want to create for yourself. So your overall energy for the week. Oh, wow. Probably the nicest one I've seen yet. You have such a beautiful combination. You have the 9 of water. This is about being very clear about what it is that brings in the happiness to you, what will fill up your cups of happiness, and the 3 of fire. The 3 of fire is waiting for your ships to come in, but she's already in the ship. And so I feel like you have some control over this. You are the one steering your own ship towards your happiness. Nice. Really nice. All right, so this is the Good Tarot from Colette Baron Reed. Let's take a look at what we have here. 9 of Water says, dreams come true, wishes fulfilled, completion, enjoyment, contentment, achievement of desire. It is right to say no to what isn't right for me, and now is my time to experience wishes fulfilled. The sweet harvest that came from seeds I planted. I drink in the aroma of successful endeavor, take pride in my hard work and achievement, and savor the satisfaction of a job well done. I deserve to pause and acknowledge all I co-create, and I do it joyfully. So this has a lot to do with the energy of why you're planting these seeds. I feel like that was future forward. Sorry, the notification's annoying. That was future forward thinking. So the seeds that you plant next Monday on the 14th, they are seeds that will lead to your wishes fulfilled, that will lead to where it is you want to go. And the 3 of fire, I feel, is part of the journey forward to get there. So the 3 of fire says expansion of opportunities, the fullness of creativity and achievement. I am on the right path toward my success. I have abundance of opportunities before me. I need to trust myself, for I can make good choices for myself and co-create situations and relationships that are in harmony with my heart's desire. These two things together are amazing. This means you are piloting is the wrong word. Wow. Okay. That's all I can come up with is piloting. You're piloting your own ship. That is incorrect. All the people out there that have ever been in the Navy or the Coast Guard or the Marines are all going, what is wrong with her? When I am channeling spirit, my own brain doesn't work, and that is legit there. I can't remember stuff I know in my normal time. Okay, so here we go. The moon is in one of my really good friends was in the chat last week, and I want to invite you to come and join us for that. It is we do Moon Day Night Live at 7:30 p.m. Mondays, and it goes to 9 o'clock. And I pull cards for every sign, and then we had 40 minutes last time to do Q&A. And one of my friends is in there, and I totally know she's pregnant. And I'm looking at her cards going, are you pregnant? I couldn't remember. Like, that is how it is when I'm channeling. I can't remember anything that I know in my real life. All right, so here we go. You have, for this week, So small. Ancestors. Okay, so the moon starts out, it's in Virgo, which is your 12th house. Your 12th house, especially if you're an Aquarius rising, but that energy still swirls around. That energy of philosophy and what you believe, because with Sagittarius, the eclipse coming up in Sagittarius, there's also that energy of belief systems and knowledge and innate information coming to you. And I think that your ancestors are trying to get through to you this week. Like they're looking like they're trying to bring some information and guidance to you big time. Wow. Okay, so the moon is going to be in a really supportive aspect with Uranus, which rules the sign of Aquarius. And that's that sudden insight, but it's going to come through the heart space, right? It's like that download of intuition, because at the same time, the moon is going to be opposing Neptune. And when the moon is opposing Neptune, there's this need for clarity about what it is that you're dreaming for, what it is you're hoping for, where it is you're trying to go with this. And so as the moon squares off with Mercury and the sun in Sagittarius, they're really saying, hey, here's some information that you need. And the moon is going to be in a really nice supportive aspect with Venus over in Scorpio, which is squaring your sign. But they're having a conversation about what's in the heart space, what it really matters. And then as the moon is getting ready to exit on Tuesday, Virgo, it's going to be talking to all those planets over there in Capricorn, right? So Pluto says, what are you trying to transform? What are you trying to do to bring this around? How do you want to expand it? 9 of Cups is pretty expansive. So I think you have an answer for Jupiter. I got this big dream. And this 3 of Fire, Saturn says, do you have a plan? And I think you have an answer for that too. So I feel like you're getting the information, you're getting the downloads from Spirit. So you have this polar bear. This polar bear is interesting because look at that guy. He's got like a spoon for an arm. So this is the Divine Animal Oracle. It's from Cece DeMarco. I want to read what she has to say about that. That is number 26. So that's an 8. That's infinity. There's some interesting energy around that card. And the polar bear, that's like security and being guided, big time. And so it says, you are the carrier of the bloodline that stretches back for millennia, yet you are uniquely your own self. Take positive from your ancestry and observe and note the negative. Family dysfunction stops here. Honor those in your family who honor you. It is a positive and natural action to individuate from our family on our own terms. So, what's interesting about that to me is that at this particular time, many of us incarnated to clear our own karma, but several of us also came to clear bloodline karma. So in my bloodline, there is some not too far in the distant past, so like in the last 100 years, I had a couple uncles in Pennsylvania who were sheriffs in a town, and there was a reservation there, and when the hunting party left the tribal community to go hunting, the sheriffs led a bunch of men in, and they slaughtered the women, children, and it's so hard to even say this, and the old people. They just killed everybody. And so part of the work that I've been doing in this lifetime has been to cleanse that energy. And I recently moved, and I was like, why am I living here? Like, I didn't know how I ended up where I am. believe me, it wasn't my first choice, and I tried several places, and I kept being pointed in this direction. And this summer, I found all these arrowheads and tomahawk and all these things, and then I end up where I am, and I find out that I am on a ley line, which is an energetic line that was here. It's a grid line that many ancient cultures were aware of, and this particular one where I'm at, literally across the street from where I live, there used to be a mound that was there for 1,000 years, where two different Native American trails intersected, and they put this mound there, and it was sacred tribal council grounds. And then, in the 1800s, somebody came in and knocked it all down so they could put up a sawmill there. What? So, but I'm here because there's this energetic energy here for me to work with to help clear my bloodline. And it's crazy. It's like, okay, now I know I'm here, because I was like, I don't know how I ended up here. This summer I was like, I don't know why I'm moving there. It was the craziest thing. So when I see this card for you, Aquarius, I think that there's also, take a look around in your genealogy and see if you can't locate the story that needs the work, that needs the... Okay, and Metatron says it's acknowledging the atrocities and releasing them. That's what it's simply acknowledging them and asking for those stories to be removed. And Metatron will help you do that. And so it is an acknowledgement that in my family history, this crap went down and it was not okay. And then you can release the karma. So there is something that needs to be released that allows you to set yourself free. And then you have the goat. Look how big that goat is. That is not a little goat. So this goat is called resilience, I believe. No, reliability. Reliability. Okay, so I feel like Spirit is going to show up for you big time. I feel like you can rely on that. I also feel like this is about you being reliable and overcoming obstacles to chase down these dreams. So there's a couple of things happening here. So this polar bear, I feel like there's a message, and that is for somebody's, not maybe a large percentage of you, although Aquarius, you are here. Aquarians are here to heal. You have a much wider view, a higher view of what's going on. So this is part of your journey too. But there is a need to be reliable. But I feel like, look how this is a house. Look how big. You have to be super reliable. You need to show up for yourself in order to create what you're trying to do here. I can see the video got off again. I'm struggling with that. I have called Comcast so many times. Okay, so showing up for yourself, showing up for your dreams. Wow. This is a big week. Big week for everybody. The moon is going to move into Libra at 7:01 p.m. on Tuesday. This is when the moon is in Libra. That's a fellow air sign for you. That is if you're an Aquarius rising in particular, that is in your 9th house. Your 9th house of connection to spirit. And so there is a need to release and surrender to these energies, a little bit of the control, and allow for the guidance to come in. The moon is going to be challenged by what's going on over in Aries. It's going to oppose it's going to oppose Chiron, which is the wounded healer. It's going to oppose Mars. It's going to square off with those planets up there in Capricorn, Pluto, Jupiter, Saturn. What is your goal? What is your dream? Do you have a plan? Boy, do you have a plan is a big thing here. Are you going to show up for yourself? Are you willing to show up for yourself? Because it looks like you have the dream and it looks like you know what that is. Are you going to show up for yourself? And so you say, so the guidance for you is a new creative venture is on the horizon. See it as a positive change. And so with this energy of this eclipse, there is a big letting go in order to allow space for the dream. And so change, you are a fixed sign. Change is not, although you're a little more willing to make, okay. Aquarius is willing to change things when Aquarius is ready, but they don't want anyone changing it for them. And so I think you'll be okay, because I feel like this is a change you're wanting to make, which is good. There'll be a little less stress for you. The moon is going to have a really nice conversation, though, on Tuesday and Wednesday with Mercury and with the sun. And so information is coming. A light is shining on next steps and action steps for you. So a new creative venture is on the horizon. See it as a positive change. On Thursday night at sundown is the beginning of Hanukkah. So to my Jewish friends out there, happy Hanukkah. I am not Jewish, so forgive me for anything I say now that is incorrect, but it was really like I had this intuitive moment as I was looking at that, prepping for this video series this week. And I believe Hanukkah is about having enough oil for one night, and miraculously there were 8 nights of light, and there was, for whatever reason, they were hiding or something. I literally don't know. But here's what I got from that. And in order for that to have happened, they had to do some of the work themselves, right? They had to be conservative with it. They couldn't have the flame way up. But a light in the dark is a light in the dark, and that is a beacon of hope. And so I feel like we all need to be our own beacons of hope. We need to be our light for ourselves in the dark. And as we move into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, that is the dark of the moon. That is the part where we pull ourselves in and we nurture the light within. We nurture the dream within. We nurture ourselves. We create our own miracles for ourselves by finding that peace within, by lighting our own candles, our own lamps within. It is a time for resting and pulling our energy in and getting ready for that eclipse. You have the Journey card. You have the Journey card. Half the treasure is the journey on the path to finding it. This is showing up for yourself. This is showing up for this journey. This is a new venture on the horizon. See it as a positive change. It's not just the destination, right? It's the journey. It's stopping on the way and seeing what's new and different that you hadn't known before. And I feel like this is what is new and different about you. What are you discovering about yourself that maybe you haven't discovered before? It's kind of like, I like to take back roads or new ways. There is, for me, very rarely, I mean, I have to really be in a hurry if I'm going to take what I know is the most expedient way to get from A to B. I am very likely to take the long, meandering, so I can see something new route. And I think you're being asked to kind of enjoy the journey. I feel like it's not a straight line. I feel like there's going to be twists and turns, and there's going to be a need for you to be like the mountain goat, resilient. I know it says responsibility, but this is like overcoming obstacles. You're going to have to be willing to be there for yourself and to take these chances and to experience new things. But Aquarius, actually, I think that you're going to really enjoy it. So half the treasure is the journey on the path to finding it. That's beautiful. That moon in Pisces on Friday and Saturday, that moon is asking you to nurture that dream, to really think about how it can benefit you. The moon trines with Neptune in Pisces, and Neptune in Pisces is all about the dream. And then the sun is going to trine with Mars and Aries, and so that's a very supportive energy about the action steps. And then the moon is going to conjunct with Venus, and Venus and the moon are going to be, and both of them in Scorpio, and Scorpio likes to go a little deeper and really seal in the seed. I feel it's like they're really planting that seed down deep. So what I'm seeing is actually I'm seeing a lotus. I'm seeing it floating along the bottom of a riverbed and getting nicked up along the way. And that is that seed, that dream. I feel like you've been banged around a little to get to where it is that you are now. But it is important. In order to grow a water lily, a lotus, the seed, it was so funny because I was looking to buy some to put them in a water feature, and all these people were like, don't buy from here because those never grew. And the guy's like, did you cut into them? They have such a hard shell. They have to be nicked up. They have to be damaged. And so when they're floating along and hitting the rocks on the bottom, that is what preps them to get ready. So if you're feeling a little banged up on your way to getting this dream to happen, yeah. And look, she looks so deep down into this water, like in the mermaid. And so it is that process. Half of the journey, right? Half of the treasure is the journey as you start working your way toward the light. As you put your roots down into the soil and you start nurturing that dream and you start making that effort. Make sure you show up for yourself. So we have magnify your intentions. That is what this eclipse will do. It will magnify your intentions. Magnify your intentions. Choose a specific goal to work toward. Your energy is spread out among too many ideas. Please bring your focus back to the key intention and let your angels help. Ask for what you need. Ask for what you need. Sunday, when that moon, so the moon moves into Sagittarius at night on Saturday, 9:39 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So Sunday, there's no really harsh angles. It is a great day if you can make the time, create the space to have the downtime, to really daydream a little. Think about what you really want. Do the journaling, whatever works for you, especially being an air sign. Journaling is always good. When you start writing and you say, I really want to create or whatever, you just start writing. And you just let your mind go and you don't try to pick the words, you just let it flow out the other end. You are now channeling your higher self. The easiest way to channel is through journaling. Easiest way. There's so much information that you get from your higher self if you allow it to happen. I like to put on a little high vibrational music in the background, or sometimes what I find very effective for me, because I'm so much water in my sign, is I will something with like the piano with the sound of the waterfall really triggers a space for me to be able to really channel through writing. So find what works for you. And then we have be positive. I love it. Be positive. So when I see be positive and half the treasure is the journey and the path to finding it, I have a feeling it doesn't seem like it's going to be easy, okay? It's really important to keep your eye on the prize, to see that light in the dark and stay with it, right? Your thoughts can shape your experience, so be sure to focus on the positive. Just like whoever was huddled around that lamp, they focused on the positive, the light. Focus on the light and keep. Just saw Dory. Just keep swimming. You are the captain of your own ship. Thank you. Thank you. I knew it was not pilot. Oh my gosh. Okay, so join me tonight, please. It was so much fun last week, and the more people that are in there, the more fun it can be. So come and hang out with us. It's at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on Mondays from 7:30 to 9, and it is Moon Day Night Live, and we'll just see what else we get. We'll pull a couple cards. I don't know which decks yet. I'm expecting Spirit will let me know soon. All right, you guys take care, and if not, I will see you back here next week. Have a great week of planning and getting ready for these big changes, because they're coming.